In the land of the tyrant, where the sun never sets, we march to the beat of oppression's drums. With a powerful ally, our ruling fist is clenched. We'll trample over the weak. Our kingdom will never crumble.
I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojalon.
You will go where I want you to go!
The greatest country in the world. So little countries are and my little girls. Cuba, number one exporters of sugar. All other countries have inferior sugar. Cuba, home of famous cigar. It's started by capitalists all around the world. Cuba, Cuba, a very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Cuba, friend of all except America. They're very nosy people with blown up their ass. Cuba, industry best in world. We invented coffee and the shaving knife. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of our leader. From junction with the testes, the tip of his face. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Mighty penis of a leader, from junction with the testes to tip of his face.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? Oh. The best song. I love that song, guys. I really do. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to today's short stream. I'm gonna keep it under an hour long. I want to watch this by Do Not Worry. I love this podcast. They're very good. You should check them out. They're Lebanese. They're Lebanese podcast. They're way better than the H3 podcast. So let's check this out. Welcome. Oh, let's not zoom in. Keep forgetting. Don't zoom in.
Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to a brand new episode of Do Not Worry, episode number 155. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon, joined by the crew, mood, and meeting for the first time.
What up, Anthony?
Folks, Elijah. Hello. Elijah was actually our first hire. He was the first intern on the podcast. He's been away for a couple of months, but he works behind the scenes. He does all of our editing, well, most of our editing. This is his first time on camera in front of our new audience. Everything's doing has been chaotic, hectic, and fucked up, but I'm back. He's back, baby. He's back. And
Hey.
Let us know if you guys like his hoodie. You know, if you guys are watching, you like his hoodie. Would you guys be interested in some Do Not
I like the hoodie. It looks good.
Worry merch? All of our new fans living abroad, maybe I can work something out. Get some merch on a website that you guys can order. Let us know if you're interested. We'd be happy to do that. We have some sample merch for ourselves. We got a lot to talk about this week, folks. The ceasefire is hanging by a thread. Israel has been attacking Lebanon. Zionist movies like Gladiator
Yeah, Israel does not give a shit about ceasefires.
2 and Venom 3 are banned in Lebanon, so we're going to talk about that. We're introducing our new audience to Dr. Food with Noor's special slideshow that she's been working on for the past few days. Ethan Klein is still losing his mind, and I actually managed to interview friend of the show, Bad Empanada, so look forward to that interview near the end of the show. And Americans are still losing their minds over all this trans stuff, so we're going to talk about that and a lot more. So join us for this fun episode. And let me just take a second to thank some of our brand new patrons to the channel, abductee patrons like Saz and Daphne Morris, blonde patrons like John Ajaka, Haley Davis, and Cole Dewan Morgie, and superhero patron Bonnie Buns. And we got a brand new YouTube member, Tangerine Hikreen or Hisreen. I'm not sure how to say your last name. Thank you for joining us. We're going to hopefully have...
I got a few new members too. I got Melisande. I got Tracy. I got Margot. What up, Margot? I got Tali. What up, Tali? And Wally. Tali and Wally. Look at that. I got Grimmy's Playground. Wow, Grimmy's Playground likes my channel. That sounds fun. Thank you guys so much for the support.
A Patreon exclusive clip at the end of this episode for our patrons and our YouTube members. And I said that last week, but I'm going to be definitely organizing a call for everyone this week. It's been a crazy past couple of days. I interviewed Bad Empanada on Monday. I was a guest on the Bat Hasbara podcast yesterday. So you guys are going to be watching that on Thursday. So the podcast is already out if you want to go check it out. We're going to talk about that in a little bit more. But it's been a very busy couple of days. I've been making new friends on YouTube, folks. So it's been a lot of fun. Thank you to our amazing patrons. And let me take a second to just thank our God-tier patrons. Rifat Fakih, Elia Al-Mujabir, Jessica Ann, Jax Lima, Sista Hayek, Dominic Selzer, and Tamara Isa. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And I'll thank some more of our patrons a little bit later on the show. If you guys want to support this channel, the best way to do so is on Patreon. So check out the link in the description. Pick a tier that's right for you. It's the only way to keep the show going. It's the only way that I can pay the interns. So we really appreciate you. So like I mentioned, stay tuned to the end of the episode. I did an interview with Bat Empanada on Monday. We had a fun chat. So I cut it down, and it's available for you guys at the end of the episode. A lot of you guys asked for me to collaborate with him, and he's a super nice dude. So I hope you guys enjoy that conversation later in the show. And just first, you guys have met Noor, you guys have met Karine, you guys have met Nadim. It's time to introduce you guys.
Have not met.
You've not met Elijah. So like I said, he was our first hire. He does our editing. And Elijah actually has his own YouTube
Hey,
channel.
what up, Elijah?
Sir Guru, you do gaming. He does it in Arabic, so for you guys are English viewers, you might not be able to watch it right now, but you might have to start subbing or doing it in English. I mean, who knows?
As with the Spanish dub you mentioned.
Spanish dubs, right? Yeah. So yeah, what do you do on YouTube? What's your YouTube
It
channel
started
about?
off on Instagram and TikTok, so I'm kind of a content creator. A word Anthony hates.
Hey.
Now I'm segueing into like YouTube gaming, so yeah.
So if you like Elijah here, try go support him on his own YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Give him some support. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Lizzie, one of our patrons, an incredible
Lizzo.
Lizzie. I wish Lizzo was it, but honestly, Lizzie is a better patron than I think Lizzo would ever be.
Did you see the South Park episode
With Lizzo?
with Lizzo?
I'm not sure actually.
It's basically they made her a medical pharmaceutical product for diarrhea.
Oh no way! Oh, I think I remember. Yeah. So here is so Lizzie. Not only did he make us a fantastic track last week that we're gonna listen to again in just a couple of seconds because I love that track. It's our new outro clip, our new outro track. This is the Clips channel, so please go subscribe to it. It is Do Not Worry Clips unofficial. It's got 21 subscribers as of now. Lizzie's been going crazy, dropping like 2-3 clips a day. He's doing God's work. This is the work that I'm too lazy to do. So Lizzie, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough. You're such a cherished
Yeah, Lizzie. Good job, Lizzie.
member of this community.
How generous.
Amazing, dude. Amazing. And he asked me, like, do you want me to do this? I was like, no, I don't want you to do anything that's unpaid. Like, please don't. And he's doing it anyways.
Yeah,
So-
it's incredible.
So Lizzie, just to celebrate, please go subscribe to the Clips channel. I've subscribed to it. It's truly amazing. And just to celebrate Lizzie a little bit more, let's just play some of his track. This starts at 1 minute and 40 seconds, Elijah.
Let's
just enjoy some of
go.
this beautiful, beautiful outro track.
Hey. Oh, yeah. That's good.
My favorite part
Hey.
I shit you not. The last 3 episodes, I've listened to this right before we start recording. It gets me in the right mood. I'm usually always stressed the fuck out before we record.
Oh, you saw that?
Bob. I fucking love it.
a good 3 times before
Yeah.
I just pulled an Ethan Klein. You guys will know what I'm talking about.
So, and I wanted to play it again, and this is our outro track. I love it. So, Lizzie, thank you so much. I love this community. So, we can move on. Sorry, guys. Also, we've got some housekeeping to do.
Let's see. Mystic Market event.
Episode
I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead because we only have a little shorter bit of time for the Ethan Klein bit. Let's watch Jaguar rebranding anti-trans USA. Let's watch the anti-trans USA stuff. And the Ethan Klein stuff. I think I have time for that.
Since Trump won, Americans feel a lot more comfortable openly hating on trans people. I feel like they were already.
Yeah, it's such bullshit. All this trans hatred, y'all. Like y'all need to chill. Y'all need to fucking chill out there with your anti-trans hatred, you motherfuckers.
Always
Comfortable with it.
openly hated on trans.
But like now, I feel like they just feel more emboldened because they defeated the woke left or whatever the fuck. So I just wanted to kind of talk about just some of the things that are happening in American politics. So for example, Walmart has just changed like its policy. This was like a
Yeah, Walmart stopped doing their DEI initiative or whatever to help different people from different places get hired, like a black person or a Latino or whatever. So like they didn't really mean it. I know. I mean, corporations usually don't mean anything they say. If they say, "Oh, we're for freedom and democracy," they usually don't mean it. It's all just to make more money. That's why they sold all this trans stuff and gay flags and all this stuff. They just want more money, which makes sense.
Ago or something, but like just to show you how everyone's kind of changing it up. Walmart is rolling back its diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts following a boycott threat. Changes include removal of inappropriate sexual and or transgender products marketed at children, which how many transgender products do you know that are marketed at kids? I don't know. Closing of the Racial Equity Center, removal of the term Latinx from all official communication, which I think most Hispanics would appreciate that. No one likes being called Latinx. Racial equity training to be discontinued, and removal of the term DEI while ensuring a respectful and supportive environment. So everyone couldn't wait to roll that stuff back.
Wait,
and
I need context. What Latinx?
Latinx is just a term to call like all people that are from like South American countries.
You wouldn't say Latino or Latino. There's Latinx to like include everyone.
Latinx.
So
That sounds hard.
Yeah, they hate being called that too. So here's a video of Representative Nancy Mace, who just got like elected to Congress or something. I don't really know. Sharing this little message on social media.
Oh my god.
She's adding biological
Oh my
to
god.
the women's bathroom because.
I hope you die, Nancy.
Thanks, Nancy.
So what happened? So there's the first ever transgender congresswoman that was elected to Congress in the States this election. So everyone's freaking out like, where is she going to go to the bathroom? What is she going to do?
Oh my
Is she gonna come
God.
to our bathroom. So Nancy Mace is making sure
She's
that
making sure.
no trans women enter the bathroom. So it's for biological women only. So, and I mean, you know for a fact that like other people are going to fucking follow in her footsteps, bro. And that's super fucked up. And here is Mike Johnson. Also, like, I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's a U.S. representative. Here is what he has to say about the trans issue.
Hello, everybody.
Well, fuck Mike Johnson. This dude literally spies on his kids' porn use. He has this app where, like, if his son is jerking off, the dad could see what the son's watching. The dad will be notified. He can see what the son's watching. And vice versa. The son can see what the dad's watching, bro. It's some gross-ass fucking Jeffrey Epstein shit. These people should be in jail, under the jail.
I just want to make a statement for all of you here and be very clear. I was asked a question this morning at the leadership gaggle, and I rejected the premise because the answer is so obvious. For anybody who doesn't know my well-established record on this issue, let me be unequivocally clear. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a man cannot become a woman. That said, I also believe, that's what Scripture teaches, what I just said, but I also believe that we treat everybody with dignity. And so we can do and believe all those things at the same time. And I wanted to make that clear for everybody because there's lots of questions. But that's where I stand. I've stood there my whole life, and those are facts.
I wish they cared about other stuff.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? And I love how you like trans men don't exist, trans women don't exist. We treat everybody with dignity, though. If you are that person that I just described and completely shat on, I love you and I believe in you and I want to support you, but you don't exist. Your rights don't fucking exist. It's like, bro, go stop the war. Go feed the homeless. Go fucking. Most Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, bro. What are you doing talking about 12 trans people and who can use what bathrooms? Fucking get over this shit. A lot of people said this, but what this is gonna end up doing is hurting just like cis women the most. Like,
Look, I left this in the comments, guys. Look, I put Mike Johnson and his son supervise each other's porn intake. Which is true. It's a true story if you guys look it up. Look. Mike Johnson son porn. Look at this shit. It's everywhere, honestly. Rolling Stone. Mike Johnson admits he and his son monitor each other's porn intake. It's so fucking gross. These fucking weirdos, man. We're being run by a bunch of weirdos. Anyways, let's keep going.
are you gonna have a guard in front of the bathroom checking women's genitals to make sure that they're like biological women?
Yeah.
What's the plan? You want to get kids in school? You want to have like a guard being like, let me check take your underwear off. See, like, what the fuck is the plan? Who wants to enforce this shit, bro? They're fucking freaks.
There's a recent TikTok video that went viral. It was like she's a biological woman that's not the most feminine stereotypically. So they didn't let her inside the women's bathroom and she lost her shit.
It's crazy, dude. Exactly. And it's just another way for men to control women. Like, we get to decide if you look female enough, do you look feminine enough? You look kind of manly. Check her underwear. Take her underwear off. Like, what?
Yeah, do you pass? Are you female enough? Hey, I see a bulge over there.
Insane. And this
So fucked up.
is leading into, so Jaguar just did like a rebrand.
I fucking love that rebrand.
Bro, people are losing their mind for the
People
fucking
just
They
rebrand. bro.
lost their shit.
Here's the teaser. We're gonna mute it because the music is probably copyrighted, and we're gonna. You can talk about it in the back, but like, yeah, this was the teaser last week. They were gonna announce a new car, and look, they have different looking people, but apparently just being black or different.
Alright.
Now that's it. It's Trump's America, folks. No trans people, no gays. That's it. Just straight, good old Americans. They just saw some.
What?
Slightly bizarre
looking people?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
they look
cool.
like models, bro. There's nothing weird about.
So unique. Look how different all these people look. I like it.
Them. They look diverse. Oh, look, there's an Asian person. Holy shit. So copy nothing. So before we even reveal.
Did you see the reveal?
I saw the reveal. I mean, the car looks weird. We're going to look at it. But like this, before anyone even saw anything, just seeing diverse people representing Jaguar was enough to lead to all of these
And all
comments.
the vibrant colors, they went whoop.
Yeah, the colors.
Fun fact, Jaguar have been going fucking downhill in terms of sales. Nobody talks about them. With this campaign, everybody's talking about them.
I think
so
they're
they
talking-
needed the rebrand, and
now-
it's genius.
Now, I think it's negative attention that they're getting.
Still,
but yeah,
at least
so
they're getting the attention.
So let's see some of the comments that video got. So Brian Ward says, surely there were some adults at board level where this was signed off. The purple-haired millennial in charge of social media can continue to make light of this and poke fun at potential customers, but this will cost jobs and do real damage. Jaguar replies, to live is to evolve. Bro, the Jaguar replies, like, I felt so bad
They
for...
were crazy unhinged.
I felt so bad for whoever was managing that account. Clown World says, selling my Jaguar. This is terrible. David Santa Carla says, do you have to be gay to drive a Jaguar?
Fucking idiots.
Danny Abel says, are you guys the car company or something else? Jaguar is also like, soon you'll see things our way. Andrew Tate had to give his take. He's like, this is gay bullshit. I have 76 cars. I do not own a Jag. And now
Exactly.
I never will. Yeah, because if you wanted to own one, you already would have owned one, bro. You have 76 cars.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck, bro? The
Weak.
Hodge twins. Gay as hell. Ain't nobody buying a Jag after watching this. Ew. So Huff took the time to make an AI ad for them. He said, hi, I fixed your terrible ad. It took 2 minutes.
Yeah, sexist
Yes,
and
women.
Obviously,
misogynistic.
yeah, we got a babe, you know what I mean? Big boobs, just chilling next to a Jaguar.
Jesus
Man,
Christ.
Manly
Cars.
man cars. So people fucking freaked out. They're not feeling it. Again, I just feel like, this is just one of the results of Trump being elected. Not that these people were shy of sharing their feelings before, but now they're like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's just blatant sexism all out, all around. It's like, Jesus Christ. We knew it was there. Let's skip a little bit ahead to the Ethan Klein part.
H3 views going down. So every year, on Thanksgiving, they released their You Laugh, You Lose video. You know, it's a challenge. Everyone gets. We did an episode like that once. They get videos and they try to make each other laugh. You win points, you lose points. So last year, when they released their You Laugh, You Lose episode, after 3 days, it had 660K views. 3 days in. This year, after 3 days of releasing this year's You Laugh, You Lose, it's at 371K views. So almost they lost 50% of their audience year over year. And this is a perfect comparison because you can check the first 3 days, same video, same kind of video. They've lost half of their audience. And here's a video of Ethan kind of talking about how their monetization has gone down 10% and he doesn't understand why. And like, it's like, bro, what do you mean you don't understand why? Aren't you looking at the numbers?
Well, it went from, I mean, it dropped by like, what would that be, like 20%, 15%?
Do you want to know the actual percent?
It dropped by like 50 fucking percent.
Looking at it right now.
Well, hold on, this is what I saw. Oh, yeah, tell me the percent. You can tell me the percent. I don't want to say the number, but I want to say, you can say the percent.
Okay, it's 9%.
That's what I said, 10%.
You said 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
10%'s a lot. That's a lot of revenue.
It's significant. I'm not saying it's not significant.
But like, I don't understand what's going on because it's November, which is usually your highest revenue month, and this was like our lowest revenue month of the year.
Oh,
Makes me think like January is going to be
Oh.
extraordinarily cursed.
Yeah.
Which has me a little worried.
You're fucked, Ethan. You're fucking fucked, and I'm glad, bro. You're gonna suffer. I'm gonna boycott your ass.
Great.
No.
Yeah.
We've been in worse spots. That's my attitude about it.
Yeah, we have been. Although when we were in worse, listen, we're not in financial trouble.
So awkward, bro.
Why are they talking?
You know what? We've been in worse spots. It's definitely true.
Monetization dropping by 9%, it doesn't sound like much, but like, okay, let's say they make $1 million a year in monetization. They've almost lost $100,000 right now.
Yeah,
So now instead of making $1 million a year, they're making $900,000. That is a direct result of Ethan Klein and H3H3 shedding viewers. And again, a lot of ex-H3 viewers are watching our show now. So like the 20,000 views we're getting per episode now, maybe 10 or 15,000 of those views used to go to H3, but now people are watching us. They're watching Uninformed Leftists. They're watching Bad Empanada. They're watching all these other, the Cavernacle, all these other creators that have been popping up because of H3.
Hey.
And yeah, so that's been happening to their views. It's real. They're losing they're losing monetization. Surprise, surprise, we got an update, folks. This is actually kind of surprising. So just following up on what we just talked about, and Ethan mentioning that their YouTube revenue is down by 9%.
Oh, shit.
He actually...
Yeah.
I'll be right back. On Wednesday's episode, just said this, so I thought we should react to it. He's basically admitting that views are down, subscriptions are down. He's not like dancing around it anymore. So let's check it out.
Thank you to our members. Thank you to our members so very much. I was explaining on Monday that it's no surprise, or it's no secret, that the show has taken a bit of a downswing on viewership, therefore ad revenue and memberships, because I'm stand on my business.
You certainly do.
And I...
Oh, my God. All right, I'm sorry. I'm going somewhere after this. So I'm slowly getting ready. Slowly getting ready as I do the stream. It's a quick stream. Let's go back, though.
Very much. I was explaining on Monday that it's no surprise, or it's no secret, that the show has taken a bit of a downswing
Ha!
on viewership, therefore ad revenue and
Get
membership.
fucked.
Because I'm stand on my business.
You certainly do.
And you know what I mean? And it was not an unexpected thing to happen. I expected it as a result of my decisions to distance myself from Hassan and his, in my opinion, more
Okay, yo la subo.
radical community than I'm comfortable with. And
notice how he says that he chose to distance himself from the fans. Like, okay, yeah, technically he did it verbally, but it's the fans that chose to distance themselves from Ethan by unsubscribing to the channel, by canceling their memberships. He used to berate and insult members of his channel that have been paying him, like paying members for like 30 months, 20 months, many years. He would permanently block them in chat. They would ignore fans in their subreddit. They would delete their comments. So he actively drove his fans away, and now he's complaining that they're losing views and that they have less monetization and stuff.
I want to say that thank you to everyone who continues to support us with the memberships, and if you are in a position to...
Whoever is still supporting this guy, please stop. Please stop it. That's like supporting Kamala Harris after she lost still, and giving them money. Like, come on, bro.
Support us. If you can afford the $5 a month or whatever it costs, then I would greatly appreciate that.
So I got to talk about this right here. So here you have a millionaire, a multimillionaire, who made fun of Frogan for apparently panhandling when she asks for subscriptions on Twitch or something. He makes fun of her for that. He says that she's a talentless hack who begs for money online. Well, here you have Ethan, a multimillionaire who was just boasting about buying a new expensive watch earlier in this episode, apparently. And he's literally begging his fans for money to make up for all the fans that he drove away. So he wants his remaining fans to make up for his mistakes of driving everyone away and putting his team's work in danger, because now he might not be able to afford to pay all of these salaries, etc. I'm sure Teddy Fresh sales are also down. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy that he mocks other people. And I don't think if you make content online and people want to support you financially, YouTube monetization isn't enough to cover this show, for example. So we have a Patreon. But I don't call other people that do that begging for money. Ethan does. That's what he does.
Ethan Klein should like go talk to the ADL or something.
He calls people like Frogan and other streamers beggars and panhandlers. So now he's literally doing the exact same thing, but it's 10 times more shameless. So yeah, it's just kind of so, I'm sorry to use the word, but like pathetic to watch this video right now.
This time. However, we're fine. We're going to be fine.
We're fine.
And I'm just happy you're here.
We're going to make it, baby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm just happy you're here.
I mean, it's crazy. This is just crazy to watch. I'm glad that he's admitting it. Like, that's it, you know. Everything that I've been talking about, all the shit I've been talking about Hassan, it has led to less views, less monetization, less memberships. Everything we've been doing has been working. Do I feel conflicted? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, a small part of me kind of feels some sympathy for this man watching it, because he just looks like a shell of his former self. He's like, he looks depressed when he's hosting that show. He looks unhappy. He looks uncomfortable. The vibes are completely off. But he had it coming, and this is a direct consequence of his actions and the things that he chose to say, and believe in, and represent. And he drove away a loyal fan base that was willing to support them financially, all sorts of support. And yeah, this is a direct result of everything that he's been doing, and all the other creators that have been speaking out against him. So we did it. I guess that's the only thing that we can say, you know? So here's the thumbnail. Actually, ooh, they picked a nice photo of me. Here's the thumbnail for my Bath Hasbar episode. You guys can check it out now. Again, there's going to be a link. And let me just introduce you guys to
That's a photo from a thumbnail.
From one of our thumbnails. Yeah.
I reckon.
So let me introduce you guys to Matt Lieb. Matt Lieb made these parody videos before he even knew of the Ethan Klein situation. And when people saw these videos, they thought he was making fun of Ethan Klein. So he's pretending to be a liberal Zionist, and it's just fucking hilarious. This is exactly what Ethan Klein is doing.
So I'm a liberal Zionist, and I have to say that I actually do agree with a lot of what the pro-Palestinian left has to say about Israel. The occupation is awful, and it needs to end. The settlers are crazy, and we have to do something about that. Netanyahu is a criminal. He's going to lead Israel to ruin. The 17-year siege of Gaza has been brutal, and it is completely unconscionable. I agree that Israel is essentially, in parts of it, an apartheid state. But, like, the one thing is, after the 7th, the thing is
Here
that
we
I
go.
don't care anymore. I'm bad now. Because, like, here's the thing. After the 7th, I just kind of realized if it's us or them, then it's got to be us. No more them. I never thought I could be a fascist, but I think I'm a fascist now. And it's kind of great because I have all these new friends. Me and Amy Schumer and the ugly guy from Stranger Things. And I'm getting all these new job opportunities. And I'm like, okay, if this is what... I didn't know that fascism came with stuff. If I had known that, I'd have been a fascist a long time ago. It's kind of nice, too, because now I get to be like, ooh, I'm bad. So I'm just going to be bad now. Like, I can still believe all that other stuff, too, but just not now. I'm going to wait till later. But for now, I'm going to be bad. Okay. Bye-bye.
So true.
And he's also part of Good Mythical Morning, so if you guys are fans of Rhett and Link, Good Mythical
What?
Morning, he's part of like their crew. Yeah, dude, he's hilarious, and he's also like a stand-up comic. He does stand-up comedy.
Nice.
Here's another video of him as this liberal Zionist character.
Hey guys, today is it's a really tragic day for me and for all of my liberal Zionist brothers and sisters out there. Those aid workers at the World Kitchen who died tragically in an accidental targeted bombing. It's just one of those things that it's just unavoidable. And as Zionists, I think we all need to pause for a moment and realize that like the collateral damage is not good and is in fact can be bad. And, I'm praying for them and for all their families. And got a notification. Israel. Oh, they're Hamas. They're Hamas. They deserve to die. It's good that they're dead, and it's tragic to say, but I hope their families die too. Oh no, sorry. That was a different thing. No, this is tragic. The Israeli government is saying officially that this is sad. So I think it's sad that this happened, unless there's something else that comes to light later.
The mental gymnastics that liberal Zionists have to do on a daily basis to try to justify what's happening. Here's just a fun picture of Matt and Daniel together. And for those of you wondering, okay, so who is Daniel? Daniel Mate is a musician, a composer, and he just happens to be the son of Gabor Mate, who I'm sure a lot of you guys know. You've been seeing a lot of his clips. And
Yeah, Gabor Mate's lit. I like him.
Time something happens in Palestine and Israel, his clips go viral. He is a Canadian, a physician. He's an academic. And here's just a clip of him that went viral just a few weeks ago talking to Theo Von, and he made Theo Von cry talking about kids in Palestine. So this is Daniel's dad. So I met this guy's son, and at the end of the interview, after the interview was done, I just told him, we love your dad in Lebanon. He's like, I'm going to send him my regards. Your regards. I'm going to let him know how much you guys love him. I'm like, please do, because we fucking love your dad.
That's so cute.
Oh, imagine some kid over there in Gaza looking up and there's a bomb, and they think, man, I'm so horrible, I deserve to be bombed.
Well, you know what? There was a study done of guys and children.
Man, that's crazy. I hadn't thought about that. Like, really imagine that, though.
There was a study done of children in Palestine 21 years ago.
Yup. Here we go.
95% of those, 95%. This is long before
PTSD. They got PTSD.
Long before October the 7th. Long before the aftermath of October the 7th. 95% of those, 5% of those kids showed traumatic symptoms. High percentage wet their beds, like you and I did. They expressed aggression towards their parents. They had panic attacks, anxiety, fears. Can you imagine what's going to happen to that generation
years from now?
Years from now. I mean, it just breaks my heart every day when I think about it. And I know a lot of my fellow Jews don't agree with me, but as a Jewish person, I'm not the only one who feels that way. It especially breaks my heart.
Yeah. Well, when you put it in that sense, that imagine a kid
And just, the significance of it, what's cool about seeing Theo Von crying is Theo Von appeals to a completely different demographic. He appeals to a lot of right-wing people, centrist, people who would never really empathize with Palestinians or even take the time to look into that cause. So for Gabor's words to like move Theo to tears and having Theo's audience see him cry about the kids in Palestine, I think that's very important. We need people like Gabor Mate. We need people like Daniel. His brother Aaron Mate. What they're doing is great. It was just great.
I don't know about the Aaron Mate guy, honestly. I love everybody else. I don't know about that Aaron Mate guy. I know he's a little too pro-Russia for me, for my liking.
Great for me to get to meet them and just talk to them. And just this final little clip. At the end of Frogan's interview with Matt last week, they ended it with this quote, which I just think is perfect.
All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for listening. And until next time, from the river to the sea, what the fuck happened to H3H3?
Jumping jacks was us. Push-ups was us. Us.
Hell yeah.
So that's fun as fuck. I can't wait for you guys to watch the episode. Please go watch it. Go support them. Subscribe to their channel. Let them know that we sent you in the comments. Be like, hey, we're fans of Do Not Worry. Subscribe to their channel. We need more podcasts like this. The Middle East needs more voices like their voices. And thank you, Matt and Daniel, for having me on. And their producer, Adam Levin. Thank you guys so much. Here's a behind-the-scenes little picture that before we started recording. Here we all four of us with Adam up in the top corner. It was super fun. And I never do interviews. I'm really awkward at interviews. I never feel like I'm worthy of being interviewed. So I was a little nervous before we started.
Aww.
But it ended up being, they're super chill. They made me feel super comfortable. So, yeah.
No doubt you nailed it.
Well, I hope you guys will you'll let me know if I nailed it or not, if I fucked up. Our next topic, I think this is probably the main topic. This is the one that interests me the most this week. As you guys know, folks, right now in America, there's a...
All right, well, thank you so much for the Do Not Worry podcast for covering Ethan Klein's downfall. Let's check what else we can do before I log off. The downfall of Hawk Tour Girl. Sam Cedar live.
Or $20,000 to make a short, funny film, and I made the film about how I was embezzling that money to finish my movie. And so I hired my editor as an actor, and I paid him a location fee, which was his basement apartment. And we set up an Avid in his apartment, and I literally shot in there and said, I thought it would be funny if I used $5,000 of this film to pay my editor who's finishing my feature film called Who's the Caboose. Handed the money on camera, and but we were bringing in, they were bigger than VCRs.
Right.
Like these huge things into his basement, and he was working on this Avid.
Right. That's what the Avids were. They were the giant editing board things with all the dials and buttons and stuff.
Well, nothing was computer based.
Right.
I mean, it was a computer, but it was a computer that was built just to edit.
Right.
And carrying in things like this, 9 gig. And they were heavy. Like you could do maybe 2 at a time.
Right.
And, you needed, we had a lot of footage. So we needed we had 100 gig. Wow,
Terabyte.
This thing.
Yeah.
Is 5 times as much space as, we were carrying it in these. And I definitely had times. I mean, by the time I did a sequel to Who's the Caboose in 2004, it was the last thing I did before I went and started doing radio. And it was for this company called, this network called Trio that was bought up by Bravo shortly after it released the thing. And we were cutting on an Avid, but it was a very different era. And Final Cut Pro, I think, existed maybe in 04, or it was close, or maybe iMovie. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I do remember.
Sam had clay tables as a child.
Around 2008.
Damn, bro.
I was living upstate Louis C.K. had a place up there, and his divorce happened, and so he was renting a place, to be with his kids over the summer. And I went over to his house to see him at that time, and he had just taken the train up, and on his computer, he had been editing the pilot for Louis.
Oh, damn! Wow.
And he's like, watch this cut with me, which was probably his first cut. And I just remember going like, oh, fuck. This is so much different than it was, even 5, 6 years ago, even 3 or 4 years ago. And both in terms of the technical abilities that were available to you, and, it's probably a brief moment, but like I had done a show on a similar model, but it just felt like something that would never happen again. And he was doing it on that same model, which is not really making any money, for the amount of work that he's doing, but he's creating a body of work that was going to, unless he, had a history of doing horrible things, would so there's been times like over the years where I'm like, oh, it would be fun to do that, or YouTube even. Like, I was saying, like that stuff that I edited for Cross Comedy, I would spend days and hours editing this thing, and then we would play it on a Friday night.
For a handful of people?
Well, no, I mean, it was probably, like Cross Comedy at Catch a Rising Star at that time. Maybe there would be 100, 150 people.
Okay.
200 people.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could play it again. But I did one, I remember specifically, that I edited that way when George Herbert Walker Bush went to Japan.
Oh, shit.
On the Japanese Prime Minister. And
I didn't know that happened.
They announced that he said something like something that was supposed to be funny. Like, I guess I shouldn't have had the sea urchins or whatever it was. Some dumb lame joke. And the bit that I did was, David Cross, we were in doing the show. We're, ostensibly rehearsing, and phone call for you. And somebody brings out like a red phone or something, and he's like, hello, I'll be there in a minute. And he runs out, airplane taking off, airplane landing, runs into a building, runs upstairs. There's a room full of people in suits. He runs in and he just goes, I think it was something like, don't mind me, roll me under the table and just finish your dinner. And they all just look, and then cut to the news footage that says, don't mind me, roll me under the table, and,
Right.
Obviously, it wasn't super hilarious, but just to be able to execute something like that, and then it's just, took me like 6 hours, 8 hours, and no YouTube, no internet, internet did not exist, like, it's done, it's over, you've done it, no one will ever see it again, and no one ever did. It was over, and that was like, in a different era where you can do YouTube stuff and stuff that exists, it would be fun.
Yeah.
Until it becomes, there's so many other things that have fallen apart in terms of our economy that it, who knows? But
yeah. I think there's gonna be more of the, like, I don't know how I came across this, but it's an ASMR, the weird so I found.
I've been told my whole show is practically ASMR.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure. It is for me sometimes. I got to tune out sometimes when it gets a little too ASMR-ish. But I don't know how I found this, but it's a girl who does ASMR videos, but her videos they're cut, like the way she edits is like kind of great. They're like very jumpy. Like she's kind of an artist, and I was kind of thinking like, oh, it's cool if she used the ASMR label to capture an ASMR audience, and then she's gonna kind of like subvert the ASMR thing and give them something kind of artistic. It'd be cool to see people doing that on YouTube more, where they're gaming the thing a little bit, but they're like subverting it into like smuggling something.
who was that guy? I can't remember who the comedian was who did that with like Twitter, where he just kept buying all these views and he built his career off it, and then he of followers, and he just said like, I just bought all of them. Like that type of stuff. There was this group that, or these two professors. One was a professor called the Yes Men.
Oh right, yeah.
You ever hear those guys?
Yeah, I've seen some of their clips. Yeah.
And they were very political, but it was really quite brilliant the stuff they would do. I would love to see much more subversion of that. But part of the problem is that people are trained on YouTube to get views and to be earnest. And if you're going to subvert people's expectations, you pay a price.
Yeah, true.
I mean, and occasionally somebody like Andy Kaufman, if he hadn't done Taxi, I don't know if anybody would be aware of his really sort of more.
All right, y'all.
For sure.
As a comedian.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. This has been fun. It's approaching 6:30. I gotta go soon, so I need to get ready for something. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. We will close out to Sam Cedar's beautiful face here. I love you guys so much. Take it easy out there. Join the army. Become a guerrilla. Join our Discord community if you can. We're trying to build that up. It's a little empty right now. And yeah. See you guys later, maybe. Bye-bye.
The greatest country in the world. All of the countries are at my little girls. Number one exporters that are sugar. All of the countries have inferior sugar. All the famous cigars. It's started by capitalists all around the world. Cuba, you're very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Cuba, friend of all except America. They're very nosy people with gold up their ass. Cuba, industry's best in world. We invented coffee and the shaving knife. Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of our leader. Conjunction with the testes, the tip of his face. Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of our